Oh shit. Oh shit, we live. We live. Treylow podcast. We live. Damn my light, man. I'm gonna turn this way, man. That light is just killing me. See, I haven't shaved my head today. Well, I did earlier, but let me get everything set up, man. Give me a little second. The hell did I do with my phone? I'm gonna do a podcast with no phone. You ain't finding the white remote. You better find it. All kind of chaos going on in this house. All kind of chaos. The DJ Treylow podcast, man. Sorry for letting going late. Right now, it's football season. 49ers are playing right now. I'm not even watching the game. I don't really get into preseason. But this is my throwback. I got one throwback jersey, 42. There's a lot, Ronnie Lott. If you know anything about defense. He's a cold ass dude. Let me get this going. Okay. Hold on. Let me just revamp real quick. DJ Treylow podcast coming at you, man. August 24, 2019. It's going down. I just came back from Port Aransas, Texas. Had a little vacation down there from I think it was like the 17th, August 18th to the 17th, all the way from like Wednesday to Sunday. It's a pretty good time. I went with one of my friends named Victoria, it's a chick, and I went with SRT, the dude, my homeboy. Y'all know him. He's been on some couple podcasts. Anyways, and then I went with he went with some white girl. I never met her before. Her name was Stephanie. So stayed in the Red Roof Inn. It's pretty cheap. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about Port Aransas. If anybody been to Texas, Port Aransas. I mean, my number one place to go if you want to go on the beach in Texas is South Padre Island. South Padre is like a little strip down at the bottom of Texas next to Brownsville. And you go across a bridge and you get into South Padre Island. It's like a long sand reef. It's not really an island. It's like a sand reef that goes around the outskirts of Texas. Galveston's at the top. Port Aransas is kind of in the middle, Mustang Island. Then down there at the bottom is South Padre. And you can't drive the whole island up and down because they actually have break in it, canals. So you're not going to be able to go from South Padre all the way up to Galveston. It's not going to happen. There's going to be a break. You can drive on the beach for a while and get kind of up there, but you're not going to get all the way up to Galveston from South Padre. So basically, you got to go all the way down 37. 37 is a boring-ass road. If anybody drove down 37 in Texas, it's boring as hell, man. There ain't nothing out there. No gas stations, no anything, on 37. Once you get past, like, San Antonio and hop on 37 going south to, like, Corpus and all that area, it's boring as shit. Ain't nothing down there. It's kind of like, what was it, that one road I was on? I was, like, close to Mexico just when I went to Port Aransas. I went down to Kickapoo Casino. Let me tell you about Kickapoo. Kickapoo was some bullshit. Hopefully they can hear me on this motherfucker because I'm not on my mic. Okay. Maybe y'all can't hear me on my microphone. I'm just talking away. Kickapoo is a casino. It's in Texas. Now, I just did some research for y'all. There's two types of casinos. It's really crazy because I never really read into it. There's level 2 and level 3. Okay? Texas had level 2 is kind of like they don't play any real solid games like blackjack or real serious poker games, like roulette, any of that shit. It's mainly like level 2 is just like slots and bingo, that kind of gambling. I didn't know that shit. Because if you look up a list of U.S. casinos, look up list of U.S. casinos. Just Google that shit, and it will give you like a list by state. Texas has 3. This is the thing I didn't even know about. I didn't know about the boat in Galveston. There's a boat called Jack or better Jack or something, Jack or more. It's Jack something. And what it does is it sails from Galveston. It leaves at like 11 a.m. I think Wednesday through Sunday. I might not be sure. Wednesday through Sunday. Sails from Galveston. You only cost $15 to get on. And it sails out into the Gulf 9 miles out where it's legal to gamble. So Texas really got technically 3. And then they got Kickapoo. And then they got one. No, is it 3 or 2? I don't know. I think Texas has one more, but I've never been to the other one. Texas actually had 3 casinos. But Kickapoo is level 2. That means you don't want to go there if you go down there and you don't have if you like doing cards or you like serious gambling. It's all like kid shit, slots and bingo. So I drove all the way down there. I was like, the reason why I went there, I won't get into the details, but people was pissing me off in Port Aransas, basically. Some of the people I went with were kind of pissing me off. They're about kind of being party poopers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know how people, you bring people on vacation, like the first day, they're all like cool and having a good time and, laughing. And, you can always tell, if it's going to go south, if somebody jokes too much on the first day. That's your sign that the emotions are too high and they're not a relaxed person. If they joke a whole lot and laugh a lot about shit, within the second day, there's going to be problems. That's a sign to a lot of mental instability. Quiet, people that not talk that much, not joke that much, are the people that are going to sit up there. And when they go on vacation, their emotions are not going to be high. It's very even keel. So if you go with somebody on vacation the first day and they're joking a whole lot and laughing a whole lot, usually by the second day, something's going to happen. So that's what kind of happened with this trip. I went down there. The first day, we was having a good time. Everybody joking and everything, talking shit. By the second day, emotions ran high because we was at the beach and the chick I was with threw water in my face when I was asleep on top of it. And I was kind of like coming down off a pretty bad hangover. So I was kind of pissed off. So I kind of chewed her out. I don't know. She got overly sensitive. She started getting upset and all this and that. And then I said, well, forget it. They didn't have no towels in the car. So I drove the car back to the room, get the towels. So they get, because they were swimming and shit. I wasn't swimming in the beach. I was chilling in the tent because we had a little beach tent set up. So I go get the towels, come back. Well, apparently they got the wrong miscommunication. They thought I just left them there at the beach. So then they're walking back to the room, like all of them. The 2 chicks and my homeboy, SRT, with little attitudes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why y'all got attitude with me? First of all, you threw water in my face when I was asleep. If anything, I should have an attitude with y'all. But I was being actually cool and forgot all that shit and went to get some towels so they could dry off. And I still got an attitude. They wouldn't get in the car. They were like, fuck you, bitch. So I was like, okay, man, this is not really good vacation. This not turned out the way I wanted it to be. So when we went back to the room, we had planned that day to go to Slitterbomb. Now, for all y'all people out there that are listening and not watching, see, you should watch on podcasts, D Myers 45, DJ Treylow podcast. If you're listening to it on iTunes and just doing DJ Treylow, you can't actually see what I'm fixing to show. So just tune into the YouTube is what I'm saying. And then you can see these badass jerseys I got on, 49ers for life, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but this is what I'm trying to say. Oh, but you can listen to it on iTunes. If you're driving in your car, you're like, man, I just want to listen to this dude, Treylow, talk about stupid shit, and I don't want to watch his ugly-ass face, then, listen to it on iTunes. You listen to iTunes, just punch in DJ TREYLOW podcast. It'll pop up on your podcast. If you have an iPhone, boom, you can find it. Now, if you have Android, I suggest going to Podomatic, P-O-D, is it P-O-D-O-M-A-T-I-C-K, Podomatic. I don't know if there's an app for it on Android. I think there is. And it does podcasts. And like punch in treylow podcast on Podomatic, and you'll find me on an Android phone versus a Apple phone. So this is what I'm doing. That's all my information. D Myers 45 for my YouTube. DJ Treylow for the iPhone. Podomatic DJ Treylow on an Android. You know what I'm saying? You want to get me Treylow beats? I make a lot of beats. I might put a beat on here today. And I'm still writing books. You can buy my book down at Book People at 6th and Congress too, if you want to buy my book. If you want an autograph version of my book, or go on Amazon.com, punch in Mr. David Patrick Myers. Got 2 books on there, The Rectangulars and The Pavilion Vortex. I'm sure everybody that listens to these podcasts already like, shut up. You said this shit every podcast, but there's always somebody new tuning in. Like, I listen to other podcasts, man. I know it's like some people tell the exact same stories over and over again. I'm like, dude, you already told this story like last year about an experience that you had back, you know, in your younger life already. But then I realized, okay, well, you know, you never know who new is tuning into your podcast. And you don't know if they know your stories or they heard them before. So like some people that are dedicated listeners, of course, they're going to be like, I heard this shit. It's stupid. But then you got somebody new come in and be like, okay, I need to listen to this story. Okay. Now, or I can just go way off the handle, just rambling on and shit. Port Aransas. I'm going to draw a little diagram for you. Okay. You got, it's kind of like a semicircle. And, you know, you got Corpus over here, Corpus, and you got the little ferry, and it's a very short channel. You think it's a long ferry ride from Corpus to, no, Port Aransas Pass is actually to Port Aransas, but Port Aransas Pass is like part of Corpus. Anyways, you got this long ass, like rectangular island. Port Aransas is right at the tip of the island. So let me go ahead and show you the diaphragm. And then down at the bottom, you got a big bridge that you can go across, like cars can go across. And you got Corpus down at the bottom, and you got Schlitterbahn. So basically it looks like this. You got Aransas Pass, you get on a little ferry, and you go to Port Aransas. It's like a semicircle. It's very small. It's like only this part of the island. And then you go all the way down the island. There's a road right here. It goes all the way down. And it's a long road. There's nothing out there. There's grass and shit on both sides. Bullshit. Nothing, really. I mean, it sucks. And then you go all the way to this bridge. You go across this bridge, and Schlitterbahn's right there. Corpus, Schlitterbahn. So we came in. The first time we came in, we didn't go in by the ferry. We came in the bottom way. I don't know why my GPS took me the bottom way, but we came in through the bottom way, and we went across this bridge, came all the way up to the tip. And first, when I crossed the bridge and started coming up, I was like, this is trash. You know, because I'm used to South Padre. South Padre is like this. This kind of look like a little dick or something. But anyway, South Padre is like this, but people could be like, you show us some sex thing. South Padre is like, even got the little vein on it. I'm glad nobody can see that on the listening. But when you go across the bridge on South Padre, it's just like this. You got all these hotels, all this buildings, everything, restaurants, all on the road. So it's huge, all up and down here. Port Aransas is not like that. You go across the bridge, you go all the way at the top, the tip, and there's a little section called Port Aransas, which is, so it's like a cheap South Padre, basically, at the tip of the semicircle. And it's not that big. It's really small. Like, you can pretty much drive around in a golf cart the whole damn place. The beaches, if you see this side, let me show you the map. The beach is kind of like, this is the bay, and the beach would be over here. The water would be like this. You do the water. Let's do a little water thing. There's the water like that. So you can pretty much drive from one side, or you could walk. It's about 2 or 3 miles across, you know, from the bay side all the way to the beach side. So it's like a cheap South Padre. If you want to go anywhere nice in Texas, beach-wise, go to South Padre. The whole thing is like nice and party. Port Aransas is just at the tip of the whole sand reef. That's why I was disappointed. I was like, fuck Port Aransas. Now, I used to say fuck Galveston, but I kind of like Galveston now because Galveston got some very cultural history, which I didn't explore when I first went down there. I was just like, man, this is some bullshit. And when I started exploring it, I was like, oh, I kind of like Galveston, man. This is a nice city. Here's the number one question that people are amateur vacationers ask you, amateur vacationers. Let me point them out to you. You all out there, y'all are out there because y'all gonna sit up there and say, yeah, I say that shit. I say that. I do ask that question. Y'all might get offended by this. Amateur vacationers that want to go to the ocean. The first question they ask you is the water blue? Now that's an amateur vacationer. Everybody wants, for some reason, to have clear water in the ocean, knowing damn well the Gulf of Mexico is dirty as hell. You're not going to get no clear water. And it's not really dirty. It's because of that sand reef and the sand that picks up off that sand reef makes the water brown. Water doesn't change, okay? Water just has to be in certain areas. Now there's certain, and change the color, but it's all the same. It's all the ocean. That's what people don't get. They think, oh, I got to get clear water, at this area and clear water here. Or it's all the ocean. It's all the same shit, okay? It's just depends on the actual terrain that makes it clear or makes it brown or makes it blue. See what I'm saying? So that's an amateur vacation question. Is the water clear? Is the water blue? Galveston sucks because the water is brown. It's the ocean. If you like the ocean, it doesn't matter what color it is. If you're an ocean person, it doesn't matter what color it is, what it looks like, this and that. You're going to be there close to the ocean. You just enjoy the actual smell, the seagulls, the breeze. You can feel the water in the air. It's just great, man. And I'm an ocean person. So that's an amateur vacationer to say shit like that. Here's another thing. It's kind of like when I do interracial dating. I date a lot of black chicks. I date all kinds of chicks. I'm not picky. I date white chicks. I date Hispanic. I date Asian chicks if I get a chance. I mean, all women are good to me, but I do date a lot of black chicks. Now, first question, a black girl. I mean, a black chick. I don't like saying black girl. For some reason, that seems derogatory. That's like calling them a little girl or something. I don't see why dudes be like saying, oh, I see some black girls over there. I don't say that. I say black chicks. You know what I'm saying? Because they are women. But I'm not gonna call them black girls. I wouldn't like to be called boy or some white little dude or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. You're a grown ass man. So if I see some black chicks, I don't even like using black in general when describing somebody. I like using their names because that's kind of like, stereotyping. As far as race goes. But you have to use that in certain circumstances. Now, if I'm describing a situation, I take race out the whole situation. Now, if somebody asks me what color this person is, I'll say it. But other than that, I just use names because I don't like putting race on any kind of label as far as that person. Oh, I'm going to judge them because they're black or judge them because they're white. I don't like doing that shit. So, but anyways, back to interracial dating. Now, if I date a lot of black chicks, the first question I'll ask a white boy is this is the number one question, just like with the travel question. The amateur vacationers. Have you ever dated a black girl before? That question right there is so annoying because it comes out of every black chick's mouth when you start first talking to them. So I used to be yeah, I've dated plenty. I've dated a few or whatever. Now this is how I answer that question. I say, when they say, hey, have you ever dated a black girl before? I say, yeah, too many. That's just my. Damn, I've dated too many in my lifetime. I don't know why they ask that. Maybe they think, I've never dated a black girl before or something, and they think maybe I'm a rookie to the game. I don't know what the hell. Or maybe they're just trying to see if I'm into interracial dating. I don't know why they ask that question, but that question is asked almost every single time. Just like with vacation. Is the water clear? Here's another thing that I find out about amateur vacationers, people that don't vacation right. They always tend to fill up the whole little damn refrigerator. They could be staying there for 2 days, 3 days. They have to go to like a Walmart or HEB or some shit. Like we have HEB stores here, Safeways up in California. Okay, they have to go to like a store that they know. Can't go to like a grocery store that's on the island. It's got weird name because price might not be right. It's got to be like a superstore, like a Walmart. They go to a Walmart and then they stock up, like they're gonna stay there for like 2 weeks and put all this food in the refrigerator. Like this is what happened with Puerto Ricans. I couldn't even put like one thing in the refrigerator. They had stuffed this shit to the max. We only there for like 3 days. That's amateur vacationer. What the hell? You're not gonna eat all that damn food in 3 days. Well, you know, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm gonna want something to eat, blah, blah, blah. No, you're an amateur, dude. We on vacation, like only for 3 days. If you want something to eat, you can do it day by day. You can order pizza or, you know, take you some takeout. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be there for a whole freaking 2 weeks. So why are you buying all this food like you're at home? You know what I'm saying? That's amateur vacationers. You know what I'm saying? That's how you tell them. Like I said, first one I told you in this podcast, joke and laugh too much the first day. That's how you know shit's gonna go south by the second day. Second one is I was asking about what color is the water, you know, if you're going to a beach location. Third one, they fill up the refrigerator way too much when you don't need that much food if you're only there for 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna hit you with the fourth one. Fourth one is they're constantly paranoid about being in a new place, and they constantly have this idea that people are out to get them or hurt them. So they either carry a weapon on them, or they think, you know, this is where all these crazy people are out in the country, and this is where they do crazy white people shit and kill people. They're always thinking some kind of negative situation. Even though it's never happening, they already got it in their mind, you know, built up because they're amateur vacationers and never leave their little environment where they feel safe. And see, the funny thing is, if you do statistics, violence is more prone to happen as soon as you walk out your front door than somewhere on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Just like they say, you know, I don't want to go on a plane because it's going to crash. You're more likely to die in an automobile accident than in a plane. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with violence. But see, for some reason, they're amateur vacationers. They're not used to being on vacation in no new spots. If you go all the time, that's not no big deal. You're like, okay, cool. I'm in a new place. So basically, they make themselves stand out more to where they attract attention because they're constantly paranoid about people around them. Like, you know, even on this vacation when we went to play pool, SRT was talking about these guys were staring at him wrong and they're racist or some shit. But he didn't look at none of the actions he did before that happened. Like him throwing the damn pool stick down, slamming it on the pool table because he lost the game, walking around pissed off, looking at people crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying attention to none of that shit you're doing, but all of a sudden you think this guy's racist because he's like, what's this guy's problem? See what I'm saying? You attract your own negative attention. So now it's out the way. Everybody knows if you do this episode is going to be like, learn who to take on vacation. Now, I recommend if you do decide to take somebody on any kind of vacation, that you've been around that person for long periods of time and y'all been able to learn each other. Don't just take like somebody new that you just want to hang out with because you don't know how that's going to turn out. You're flipping a coin. That person might be cool and y'all might get along the whole time, or that person might have an attitude and y'all might have some arguments. So you're kind of playing like a 50-50 chance. Now, if you know somebody, you live with them, or you've been around them for a long period of time, you know that person pretty well, you're going to have a pretty good time. See what I'm saying? So anyways, when I got pissed off, finishing off my vacation story because I got like 5 minutes. When I got pissed off because they had a little attitude, so we were supposed to go to Schlitterbahn the next day, and they said, well, none of us want to go to Schlitterbahn. when the day before they all said they want to go to Schlitterbahn. So I bought all this food to go to Schlitterbahn, and none of them wanted to go. So I was kind of like fuck y'all, you know, because they had an attitude about the beach shit, about me, you know, leaving to go get some towels. So, you know, I told them, I said, I'll go to Schlitterbahn by myself. I'll do it myself. But when I started to go to Schlitterbahn, I had this idea in my head, like, fucking go to Schlitterbahn by yourself. She's gonna do rides by yourself. That shit's gonna be fucking stupid. So I said, man, I can't do it. I just drove by Schlitterbahn, looked at it. I was like, I'm not going over there. So then I started looking on my phone for casinos. And that's when I found out about Kickapoo, but I didn't know it was a level 2. Like I said, you got to go to level 3 because I like to play cards. I like to really gamble. Level 2's for like little babies that want to play little lights and stuff. So I didn't know that. So I took this long ass road, like close to Mexico, like right next to the border to find Kickapoo Casino, because Kickapoo's like right next to Rio Grande. You know what I'm saying? So I drove way down there, like 3 hours. And I walked in the casino like, yeah, man, I'm fixing to get on this blackjack table, throw down. And I was like, I wasn't even going to come back. Like, I was going to stay there tonight because they pissed me off. They were up there in Port Aransas. I was down in Kickapoo. And I just said, I'll just get a room down here. So I go in there and they're like, we don't have no blackjack or, you know, roulette or crab table. I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, I drove all the way down here for this shit. If I'd known that shit, I never came to this mug. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. Y'all ain't got no real casino here. That was like 3.5 hour drive from Port Aransas. I was like, man, fuck. This was like 4 hours. I was like, man, fuck this. So I got my shit. I went back to my hotel room, went to sleep. You know, woke up the next day. I was like, man, let me go ahead and go back to Port Aransas because I know they're gonna be crying, like, you know, bitches and stuff. You know, oh, he left us here, nah, nah, nah. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, they had a whole other day there, but they, you know, I know they was like, you know, freaking out. So I drove all the way back to Port Aransas, and when I got back there, they was so paranoid then about me leaving. I was like, y'all wasn't paranoid when I went down to Schlitterbahn when y'all said y'all was gonna go and you didn't go, and I said I was gonna go myself. I wasn't worried about me then, but since I've been gone the whole night and went to a casino, all of a sudden there was a problem then. You know what I'm saying? So like after that, like everywhere I'd go, they'd be like, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Like it would follow me around. We went to a Mexican restaurant. I was like, I want to go get Mexican food. None of them, they were all being cheap. Like they were talking about we were gonna barbecue at the pool. I was like, barbecue at the pool? You can barbecue in Austin. What the hell are you doing down here in Port Aransas? We here to do restaurants and enjoy the scenery. It's like new shit. So they wanted to sit up there and barbecue at the pool, but then I said, well, I'm going to this Mexican restaurant I never tried before. It's like San Juan or some shit like that. Down the street, I want to get me some fajitas, maybe an enchilada, some margaritas, shit like that. So I go down. As soon as I leave the room, they're like, where you going? Where you going? We going with you. I'm like, y'all, you know, are y'all hungry? They say, yeah. We gonna go down there and eat with you. This and that. It was a lie. You know, I get down to a restaurant. I'm like ordering margaritas. And they just sitting there, and the waiter just like comes over and says, hey, what do y'all want? Like, ask the females when they're like, we don't want nothing. I'm like, well, why the fuck you even come here? Oh, we were just going to make sure you didn't leave. Well, you weren't worried about me leaving the day before when you said you weren't going to go to Schlitterbahn and had attitude. So I'm like, what's the problem now? Oh, you know, we don't want to get stuck down here in Port Aransas. I wasn't going to leave them stranded. Come on now. I'm not that bad of a person. I told you I was bringing the towels back. So I was like sitting in a restaurant. I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to just enjoy this food. But then I started feeling bad because I'm over here just munching down and nobody at the table's eating. You know, it makes me feel like uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, eating while they're starving, looking at my food and eating. I mean, you don't go to a restaurant and just sit there while somebody else is eating. At least have an appetizer. You know what I'm saying? There was some chips and dip. At least they could have ate some of that. They were like, no, we don't even want that. Until the white girl said, are those free? And I said, yeah, you can have some. She's like, oh, okay. So she started eating some chips. I was like, good. At least she's eating something. She's not making me look like a total asshole over here eating while they just sitting there. So they kind of ruined that experience for me. Ruined the beach for me. Ruined going out to a restaurant for me. Then when we went to the club, they over there talking all this shit about these white boys was prejudiced toward them. And he over there slamming pool sticks on the table, walking around with the attitude. White boy just asked me, what's his problem? Yeah, that's all. He wasn't saying nothing to him. I would have said, what's his problem? Like I said, what's this dude problem over here, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're having a good time. He's over here slamming pool sticks down on the table, walking around like he gonna fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? So they ruined that experience too. Not only that, if you go to Port Aransas, there's this one club at the top of the island. I think it's called the Back Patio or Back Patio. Don't ever go there. A lady ripped us off. First, she said it's $5 covered to get in. And I was gonna pay for me and Victoria because Victoria was like, "Are you gonna pay for me?" I said, "I got $20. I ain't tripping. I'll pay the 10." So I give the lady $20, and I'm waiting for her to give my 10 back. And she goes, "No, oh no. The cover is $10." Right after I heard her say to Victoria, the cover was $5. So that's place to rip off. Don't ever go to the back patio. It's at the tip of Port Aransas. Don't go there. 361 bar is not bad. 361 is pretty nice. Got 2 pool tables in it. Got karaoke. It's kind of a mixed crowd. It's cheap drinks, but it's not bad. It's a nice environment. That's why we're having a good time playing pool until SRT flipped out and ruined that whole experience. You know what I'm saying? Then he goes back to the room and starts yelling at the top of his lungs about this white boy's racist. And the white girl that's with him, she gets mad because he's yelling at her, and she walks out the room. So he has to go chase her down. So that's like 3 days of bullshit. One day, actually 4 days, because the casino was bullshit, but it was actually a day when I got away from them to actually enjoy myself. So I might be a party pooper. You might be like, "David, you're pretty negative, man." But I had a little bit of a good time. I got to see Port Aransas. I'm not going back. I'm going back to Galveston. I'm going back to South Padre, but I'm not going back to Port Aransas. You know, if you want to go check it out, go check it out. This is my little souvenir I got from there. See that? People on the actual iTunes can't see that. It's a little skeleton with some chips floating around. It says Port Aransas on the top. So I'm done. This is August 24, 2019, signing off. I'm going to go to Galveston with little Steven tomorrow, have a little good time. You know, actually have a good time. You know, if I'm around kids, I might as well be around my kid. Nah, I'm just joking. They ain't kids. But I'm just saying, man, you gotta sit up there and do your own thing when you're on vacation. Just have a good time. And, you know, everybody's going to be having their own feelings, whatever. Get away from that shit. Enjoy yourself. Austin, Texas, I'm out. It's the end of this podcast. Peace out, baby. 49ers. Got to play Tampa Bay, week 1, September 8th. I'm going to watch it. See what they do.